Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcasts ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-commerce Minute, episode 218.
In today's episode, Sears launches online leasing program.
Sears, you remember Sears. Sears is expanding its product leasing program to the Sears and Kmart websites. The program is an extension of their in-store Why Not Lease It program. The sites include Sears.com, Kmart.com, and the Puerto Rican sites Sears.com/PR and Kmart.com/PR, plus all related mobile apps. The program covers hundreds of thousands of items across a variety of categories, and home delivery, installation, and protection agreements can also be rolled into one lease. Any combination of eligible leasing products from different categories and services can qualify. The leasing program offers customers at checkout to select the option to lease the item and pay monthly installments rather than pay in full via the usual payment methods. The purchases must total at least $200, and customers have the option to make payments in monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly installments. A Sears spokesman said, "This program gives a much-needed financial solution to those unable to purchase on credit, secure credit, or because of immediate need can't use layaway." Leasing at Sears requires no credit or reference checks for customers, but it's not all sunshine and treadmills. According to Retail Dive's review of Sears' lease program, some standard lease options available can add 45% to the ticket price of an item, or potentially more than 200%. The retailer originally launched Lease It in Sears and Kmart stores in 2012.
Wait, Sears is still around?
Sears is still around. They're still kicking.
Why would you, what is this, like a rent-a-center? Like, where are they going?
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. One, obviously, that Sears is still around. There's very few Kmarts. The buy to lease or lease to buy is very lucrative for you've seen those rent-a-center stores.
Mm-hmm.
The problem that I have with it, and this is a personal problem, it seems a little predatory because they seem to target people that don't have the money to begin with, so maybe they shouldn't be buying treadmills and big screen TVs.
Well, it's fully at them, right?
Yeah. There was a famous quote in one of the articles I read on Consumerist. "The rent-to-own business is an extremely profitable one. Who wouldn't want to collect more than 3 times the list price of, say, a computer?"
or a flat screen TV,
or a flat screen
for $300.
Yeah, your $300 flat screen TV winds up costing you $750. It's but then again, what can you say? If you want the comforts that Sears offers, and it's the only way that you can get it, and if you pay the least, you meet your obligation, then that's on you.
Right.
I think it's also very risky financially for Sears because they're kind of, they're hanging by their last fingernail. Now they're basically lending money to risky customers is what it is.
Well, right. And then if you really think, it's kind of, it's risky on both ways, right? I don't want to really, maybe that's a good thing for customers. Screw it, let's lease it from them. They go under, we don't have to repay it, right? Or
right,
the other problem comes in. People come in
shorting Sears.
They bring in somebody that just buys it all up and then
buys up the debt and says, "We're going to buy your lease for what's left of your lease for 5 cents."
Right, they buy up all the debt and then they go chasing that, and that's just that industry in itself is crazy.
It is crazy. It's very predatory. It's like the hedge fund of
who knows? It just makes a cheap brand again. Sears used to be the standard, right?
They I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. They sold off their Craftsman brand, and that was like their crown jewel of their products there, because they had,
absolutely.
if you remember back in ye olden days, it was Craftsman, Kenmore, and all the stuff was quality. You would go to Sears because of the quality and because of the selection of the items.
And with Craftsman, like if something broke, you can just bring it back and they'll give you a new one. Like that was like their
with
thing.
Your wrench has a bent in half. They'll give you another wrench, no questions asked.
Mhm.
I've gone into the Sears near here, and just finding someone to help you is a struggle. I walk in there, and instead of going to Home Depot, I'd say, you know what, my family went to Sears our entire life. I'll look in Sears for tools. You can't find anybody to help you. The selection is kind of bare. It just the whole place, it's sad because it reeks of desperation, but it's for a reason, because they're going under, and it's
Absolutely.
so. To give you an idea, on a $1,000 lease, consumers can make an early purchase in 30 days, bringing the cost to $1,050. So that's not too bad. So it's only a 5% premium. But if you extend it to a 5-month lease, which most people will do, and the minimum is 5, I could see people buying a flat screen TV on a year lease. I could totally see people doing that. Customers who have paid 5 $180 monthly payments and who choose to buy out the lease at the end, the additional $550, end up paying $1,450, or 45% above the ticket price. That's crazy. You think about what you could do with that extra $450. But if you think in the consumer's mind, they don't have that $450 to begin with, so it's not lost money. It's money they never had.
So don't buy it.
Yeah. So I don't know. It seems a little predatory to me. But Sears, they're trying to make the buck while they can.
I mean, they're pulling at straws.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
All right. You got anything else, Dad?
That's it.
All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media @Sumo Heavy.